Assalamu alaikum and good evening. You are listening Radio Sadai Hurriyat Jammu Kashmir and I am Ibn Salam with update. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference and International Forum for Justice and Human Rights have expressed deep concern over the plight of the illegally detained Hurriyat leaders and activists languishing in different jails of India and the occupied territory. According to Kashmir Media Service, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference Chief Organizer Chaudhry Iqbal Shaheen and Forum for Justice and Human Rights Chief Muhammad Ahsan Onto, in their statements issued in Srinagar today, urged the United Nations Council for Human Rights, Amnesty International, International Committee of the Red Cross and Human Rights Watch to come forward in a big way to rescue the lives of the Hurriyat detainees from deadly coronavirus. They said all the jails in India are filled beyond capacity without basic amenities. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference, citing official statistics, said that about 4,500 leaders and other activists are languishing in these overcrowded jails. A report released by Kashmir Media Service today said that Indian forces personnel frequently indulge in inhuman and brutal acts of rape in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Since there is no specific provisions pertaining to sexual harassment in the armed forces, the troops are emboldened enough to use rape as a weapon of war to humiliate the Kashmiris and suppress their struggle for securing right to self-determination. It said 11,236 cases of rape, gang rape and molestation have been reported since January 1989 in illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The report said that the Kunanposhpora and Srinagar mass rape, gang rape and murder incidents in Shopian and Kathua are just a few examples of this barbarity perpetrated by Indian forces personnel in the occupied territory. There is a culture of sexual harassment of women officers in Indian armed forces, and even lady officers are not safe from sexual harassment by morally corrupt seniors. Earlier this week, a woman pilot of Indian Air Force moved the High Court of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir after facing sexual harassment by a senior officer. She also raised objection to the way the Internal Complaints Committee of the Armed Forces conducted its inquiry. In December last, an Indian Army colonel was booked for raping friend's Russian wife in Uttar Pradesh. Sexual assault victims rarely receive justice within the Indian Armed Forces. Meanwhile, hundreds of calls and Save Our Souls messages have started pouring in for the requirement of concentrated oxygen and antiviral medicine remdesivir as the Kashmir Valley faces the fresh wave of COVID-19. Posters and pamphlets were displayed and distributed by Jammu and Kashmir Democratic Justice Party in Srinagar and other areas, appealing people to support the Kashmiris' liberation movement. The Jammu and Kashmir National Front, in a statement, said that Modi regime was directly responsible for pushing the region into COVID catastrophe. He said the BJP government's reckless attempts to project its so-called normalcy narrative by holding Tulip Festival and singing concerts led Kashmir into COVID disaster. Noted Indian author Arundhati Roy, in an article while grilling Narendra Modi government for the ongoing corona crisis in India, said that what people are witnessing is not criminal negligence but an outright crime against humanity. Jammu and Kashmir Awami Action Committee, in a statement in Srinagar, and speakers at a function in Islamabad paid glorious tribute to former Azad Jammu Kashmir President and a great religious scholar and social and spiritual leader Mirwais Muhammad Yusuf Shah on his death anniversary today. And this is for now. Keep listening Radio Sadai Hurriyat Jammu Kashmir.